My mother, María Carolina Josefina del Valle y Calderón, was cast in her first telenovela when she was just a couple of years older than I am now. She was 18 when she was cast as Bianca in Mundos Sin Fronteras, a telenovela about a mission in Alta California in the early 1800s. In the series, she aged 20 years in 12 months. Viewers loved the story of a poor Mexican woman who moves to Alta California, the northernmost region of California when it was still part of Mexico and considered the Wild Wild West. In those times and in the TV show, because the region was so sparsely populated, women were allowed to own property, and a handful became very rich. My mother's character evolved over the course of the telenovela from a humble but drop-dead gorgeous, of course, cattle hand to the wife of an older, cold, and abusive ranch owner, and then to an independent widow who runs a prosperous business. Finally, in her 30s, she married for love. Do I sound like I know the whole thing by heart? Does it sound predictable? Who cares? My mom was a hit. I've seen it about 30 times. Mexican TV viewers have always loved this genre of telenovela, romance histórico, or historical romance. But Mundos Sin Fronteras became, unintentionally, my mother says, a feminist touchpoint, igniting a spirit of independence in women that was unprecedented. Millions of viewers tuned in to watch the show, and from the first episode until the last, the series set ratings records that are unbroken to this day. When my mother got depressed, although not often, it was still, for me, too often, she lay on the couch and watched videos of Princess Diana. Cocooned in her favorite silk robe, my mother, Carolina, started off with the Charles and Diana wedding video. It was a video I'd seen so often I could recite the Archbishop of Canterbury's lines by heart. Here is the stuff of which fairy tales are made, the prince and princess on their wedding day. Then she cycled through Diana's life, the fashion evolution and the red carpet, her meeting with Michael Jackson, her friendship with Elton John. She was bawling by the time Diana became a mother the first time, then the second time. At this point, because my mother had called in sick, the phone was ringing off the hook. But my mother wouldn't be distracted by such pettiness because now we were deep into the footage of Diana the activist. By the time we got to Diana the landmines activist, my mother had dried her tears. It was a catharsis, this viewing, and like Diana, my mother had put aside her grief and private heartbreaks in search of something more meaningful. What chilled me and my father and my brother when he is back home was the last round of videos. It was always an array of videos about Princess Diana and the paparazzi, leading to Diana's tragic death. I didn't know anyone who'd ever ridden in a car with a celebrity while SUVs filled with photographers and TV crews raced you down a highway and through tunnels who could watch that footage and not feel the fear. It was like a police chase on steroids, all for a stupid photo.